This set killed himself. It has no flash, just saying.
Who?
This
Her?
person. Yeah.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Last one
Yeah,
there, the
should've bought
stinky
another
old Yeti! Fine. Magical zoo.
It does a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage.
An ally has been slain.
I think I should just leave instead of getting killed.
You do what you do.
Greedy.
An ally has been slain.
No, we can't take this break because they got killed on mid. No, we can't. This is fine.
Hey, they're like all out fighting that fight. Finally got a fucking kill.
I'll save you, Willem.
Okay, Sip, suplexed. Fucking motherfucker.
He has been slain.
Let's count our steps. 1171, 1172.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I guess you do that.
I mean, what was I gonna do? Fucking go die to the fucking set? I guess.
Okay, at least. Well, not by much, but we haven't lost a tower. Only now, probably.
I didn't even lost top tower.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's because I'm used to playing with you, and since I'm listening to your voice, I thought that it was you.
Yeah, you used to just like having top lane just be just fine. I'm gonna kill this stupid ass misfortune. It's not.
having you as a top laner, it's like having a superhero. Oh, I got that. Graves is right there.
Shut
The
down.
W, where is it at? Well, at least we got one off of Yasuo getting set ulted. TTP again, or is he just like coming in from behind?
Probably TP. I mean, he uses his spells of cooldown. Whenever he sees me, he flashed just to dodge my Q.
After all.
Who? Set?
Yeah,
Very interesting. I guess I'm just gonna go down bot lane again, but it's only because people have been stealing my farm down there, but then Yasuo started stealing my farm down there. So it's like,
what is Yasuo doing?
he's dying. Anything with the Yasuo shit. Why does he have Maw? Or Hex Drinker?
Probably because
Fizz?
and Karma. I don't know. Honestly,
Am I dead? I don't know if I'm dead.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty dead.
This champ is fucking broken.
Set? Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when he gets fed as shit. By Mordekaiser, who just sat there and fed him 4 kills. I can't do anything because Fizz is just a champion.
I was in there. I was trying to live.
Wait.
Okay, and there goes our last our tower. Fuck.
I hate this game. This Yasuo will just goes off himself for 2 seconds. If not even I'm that aggro as Yasuo.
I probably am.
The dragon's maw. And fire teeth deep down inside. Saw a flash of teeth, and maybe I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah, that's taking it. Graves has no ult. Okay, I guess he's done.
Enemy rampage.
Rough game. Like I can't do anything. Their team has like no tanks that I can like get on top of. Not a tank. Their fucking Raze is like insanely powerfully fed. Dude, somebody help me, man. Fizz is cancer.
An ally has
Literally
been
can't do
slain.
anything because Fizz is a champion.
Your turret has been
Me
destroyed.
neither, to be honest. If it's not Fizz, it's Set. If it's not Set, it's Graves. There's not much I can do.
But like, exactly though. But Yasuo just continues to do what he does. He just keeps down like, literally been running it down for like the past 20 minutes.
Set of the rhythm. My fruit's the melody.
There it goes, but again. Dude, I can't do anything. Look how much damage I do to these guys. Like, seriously. Oh my god, what could I have done there? Interesting.
Wow! Dig is the starting AD carry ambassador. Nice.
Yep. Play it again.
Yeah. My bad, my bad. I was.
Diggy week you in?
I'm in a slump right now.
Hey,
Let's have a moment of silence for Fly.
why?
Because he's basically getting claused out. Like he's on the top of Major's list of players to get moved up.
Really?
Yeah. That's what's going on in the preschool chat right now. And I was like, you know what? Move the whole team up? Ha ha ha.
That's what I've been telling these guys. Like I've been telling Flan like this whole time. I
Like-
want to move up.
Like you guys
Would
are
it be
wanting
too
to play
hard?
against harder teams and stuff to like get better and all that, right? So like
Okay, but like you understand though, right? Like all the teams that we basically are gonna fight are all gonna be like bronze. Like
Uh-huh.
that's how it feels like.
yeah, it's like garbage teams. And if you went in the Plat League, you'd have to actually like think.
Play the game,
Yeah.
instead of just, okay, guys, when's the next objective up? Okay, kill him. All right, we killed him. All right, let's get it. Okay, next objective, guys. All right, we killed him. Good. Let's do it again. All right, guys, we won the game by 30 minutes at least. Like literally, we do like the 28-minute Baron, and then that's the end of the game.
Mhm.
Every single game.
Brooke is trying to get Fawn to in, and Fawn's like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Flan's like, what?
Like, if they were able to replace Milk Monkeys within like a fucking hour,
Yeah, right. It's just that we would be the 7th plat team, right?
yeah.
So they'd have to find another one, or give somebody a bye every single week.
Was it Gavin and Potato? Was it Potato? Were you the one that hit gold one, right? Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gold one in preseason. I swear to God, I could go make like food for like 5 minutes, come back, and this key will still not pop.
Mentioning grass to a polar bear.
Dang, they ain't gonna. James ain't gonna listen to me. I need Mike to be like, yo, what if you just move up?
What, me?
Yeah, because it's like you're on the team.
I've been
Flaws.
telling him that for like 20
Say it
years.
again, because Ricky is calling me a fucking brick wall and shit. Like,
Yeah,
boom, there we go. Yeah, I ain't alone this time. Easy fucking peasy. Can't blame you because you're on the team. Big brain.
To be honest, I don't feel ready to move up, but okay.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what you said.
I really just like.
Okay, I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
For this. Let's stay in the gold league just until we can't, like, you know, we can't do anything about closing up. But instead of screaming the gold teams every weekend, we are going to scream the platinum teams. And we still need to have that
But like that'll
Baka
get
versus
us.
Baka rematch.
If we win one time, everybody's gonna be triggered as shit.
Exactly. It's like you can't screw the higher teams with the chance of winning without them freaking out. Hell, you guys compare like what Potato and Gavin. No, they didn't even catch Gavin because Gavin demoted real quick. But like with Potato hit gold one and everyone perfect. It's like, hey, he's not allowed.
That's because we beat the shit out of his stupid ass
Pretty
team
much.
that literally lost to everybody. Like we beat this team. All right, guys, this weekend, you ready for me? Just to, like fucking hit plat. I'm literally just gonna do nothing but play ranked. Just hit plat. Flan's just gonna be like, all right, well,
Blonde's talking about if you guys want to move up, he's gonna need you guys to not be silver.
I'm literally not silver.
Well, who is? Hey,
Me
he
and
wants.
Biggie aren't.
He wants you to. He wants to see your results. Gotta clap some cheeks.
Guess I'll just start maining fucking Ornn. I hate this champion, by the way. Just saying. I hate playing like pure tanks.
Huh?
Tanks are boring. Tanks are lame. Imagine trying to play tanks. Ew, gross.
Dude, seriously though, it's fucking Shen versus Ornn.
Shen's not really even a tank. Man, Shen can blow people up. And like Shen went like you rush Titanic Hydra and know what you're doing anyway, so
It's okay.
Across the celestial veil,
It's okay.
I will be with you.
I need to play this champ.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Good luck.
Not a hard
Okay.
champion.
They're here.
yeah, just learn Shen,
30
easy peasy.
seconds until minions spawn.
Shen's real easy. He's basically a bruiser and an assassin and a tank all at the same time.
Jesus Christ, Flynn.
Yeah, Fawn's like freaking out at the moment. Like
He is Omega freaking out.
pretty much.
Minions have spawned.
If the admins were just not fucking on his dick 24/7, he would be fine.
He really shouldn't, like, I feel like when he just posts shit, like, I don't know. I feel like he's too open about his rank and shit. and he gloats about being the best AD carry. You know what I mean? Dude, this is gonna be the funnest lane ever.
I might not even fucking play on Sunday.
You're not
Bro,
even on Sunday?
no, it's still up in the air whether or not I'm actually gonna be able to win.
Why?
Because my parents are all, you don't have a job, you can't play shit. But I'm like, what am I gonna play on Sundays? Like, only Sundays. And then my dad came in the room and was like, do you want to go ahead and start doing the driver's ed stuff and re-get my permit again? So I'm 18, I don't have to do the 30 hours shit. And I hit him with the, can I play my computer on Sundays? Like, I'm just gonna keep saying it until they do it. Like, if they want me to do shit, let me play on Sundays. Boom, problem solved.
Well, that's one way to solve the problem, I think.
Bro, job? Dude, I don't even have a license.
Sorry if I'm not doing anything in 9 minutes. I don't think I can.
One moves up, then either Yodigi or Taco would take over the other spot. Move people around. Dang, if Juan moves up, goes on another team, and we have to go against Juan, we lose. That's rude. You can't hero. I'm probably
He literally, did you not see what he did in that lane? Or he just too busy topping? Like, he was so protecting him.
I don't know what was happening. I was just paying attention to, like, Wade.
He was so ticklish for no reason.
First blood.
I find it a little bit more aggressive. But since we don't have heal, I don't want to risk it. Sorry.
I feel like all the I said the other day were like he has like in a limbo big team. You can beat the fuck out of limbo big team, but like I like might still take big ass hell against flat teams. Farm gets farmed out. I don't think Tryhard realized like he can climb and all, but climbing in gold when you're on a roll isn't exactly difficult.
I don't even know if I can honestly do that. I feel like I can.
I feel like you guys can definitely beat the lower flat teams.
Oh yeah, easily.
Like you can definitely Unda's fucking trash. If Unda instants a fucking meow, like
I mean, did you not see me beat him in lane? In the whatever the fuck? What was it called?
there? Is it All Stars or?
Yeah, it was All Stars. I beat him in the SC
I hate that so many people in Titan default to, oh, it's my first time on the champ, or I'm just practicing the first time playing together as a team kind of shit.
Oh, she won this.
An enemy has been slain.
Champ does a lot of damage.
Yeah. That's farming on that shit. You might his W it's bust basically, and every unlimited damage comes from your W.
Shut down.
That's bad since it is okay. And this is right here. Pushing it. Yeah, it's on. It's not there.
I told you that.
Yeah.
I
There was
fell
not.
asleep. I don't know when I fell asleep. All I know is I woke up at 10:30 and I'm awake. Still think it's not like Mercury's trying to get caught to stay in the Gold League, but like you scrim pretty much everybody in the Gold League. Like some of them multiple times. And you have yet to drop a game. I think that might be a sign, I'm just saying. Like I feel like the admins and people are putting like too much emphasis on Quan. Cause like I don't know. But Fallen Dueling is perfect. Like a
I
really
don't know
good
either.
sport.
Like, I really don't know. Like, because it's not like even Zerobi says like it's not like Ron's crazy or anything. He just punishes.
Yeah.
If you don't make any stupid mistakes against Ron, it just doesn't do anything.
Ah, we
Like,
can take a
Ron
play
doesn't-
if you want to.
Ron does not take like
We can
this.
take a play if you want.
Play it safe, yeah. I think that's why Soft Hug is able to kind of like play like just kind of fuck you guys up because
An enemy
he doesn't play
has
safe
been
at all.
slain.
That was a Nautilus
An
hook. He
enemy
took
has
it.
been
No,
slain.
that's Soft Hug. But
Oh yeah.
when this place went and he just got close enough to stun, he took it.
Through the celestial veil.
We honestly kind of won game 2 because of Soft Hug. It's like he was supposed to support fucking 7-0 and shit. I think I was down like 80 CS. Had like 1 kill. Had a decent amount of assists, so. Bro, fuck Cassiopeia.
There's not much I can do.
It's okay. Me and everybody else here are kind of winning.
I mean, 14-8 range that Senna has. I'm just about the name right now. Okay.
Damn. Almost died top by max next on this champ. Just like
What are you playing?
W and
Playing Ornn?
on.
Playing that Ornn?
yeah, the
Horn. Every Titan esports top laner's default champ when they don't know who to play.
seriously that. That's why we literally like if we see anybody top lane that plays that, we're just like, all right, ban it's too safe.
Mordekaiser beats Ornn.
Yeah.
Darius beats Ornn. Renekton can beat. I'm pretty sure can beat Ornn too because it's another version that they'll flat favorite. Set beats anybody. He's just true damage.
Let's go.
Like a lot of tanks, like if you just play around them, they don't do shit. Like if Ornn, doesn't knock up more than what 2 of you, your team can just walk around him.
Shut down.
Like tanks are so actually useless. Unless like a silent run everybody. Like, Shen's viable for the autonomous stuff everyone's trying to explode. Auto deck stuff.
That's very interesting.
Double kill. Has been slain.
I don't think I'm supposed to come in, right? Like, I think I just int if I come in. Why didn't we just get dragon and leave?
I don't know. Trundle
I thought
stop.
that would be way better.
Trundle stop hitting it. And then died again. I know that if I keep playing like I'm playing right now, Flang will replace me. Dropping Lancer.
Well then just play better, problem solved.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Watch like pro guide videos and stuff.
Yeah.
God, I hate that website.
Bro, on YouTube, I just sit in class and watch those things. Like, I have dumb, like, I don't useless games that like doesn't affect top lane at all. Just things memory. So like, I'm able to play support to a decent level, just because of pro guides.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Okay, I feel like I'm not playing this champion right.
Yeah, you should be with the team.
Yeah, like.
Maybe. Did it. Oh, did you get out? Nice.
We must run to it.
Okay, not major.
You're joking, man.
You're joke. This was fucking bullshit.
my team, dude. Why is my Yasuo just not doing anything? I'm literally taking turret. Very interesting. See, this is why I don't play team-oriented champions. I hate them so much.
Pretty much. Or again, tanks kind of trash.
That's just a fucking rumble. Literally, my jungler took my top lane.
Monkey's gonna die.
Fuck yeah, he's gonna die.
Ally has been slain.
What made you think you wouldn't die?
Has been destroyed.
That was a lot of damage, eh? Good job! Holy fuck!
That was a lot of damage, huh?
It was indeed. Didn't expect you to actually turn it around. What the fuck?
Wish I had a team.
I know.
Where's Yasuo's team? Take it! Oh my fucking god, dude. This Trundle is such a beta. You can't do that. You can't be a beta. This should be like every time he goes over to congrats.
Enemy is legendary.
Actually just inting. Aiden knows.
That chrono! Oh, we can do this.
Fuck you.
We can't do this.
Fuck yeah, we can.
An ally has been slain.
Can't catch you. She do so much damage just autoing me.
Who? Selma?
No, this bitch.
Oh.
Literally so far. I did kill the very, very fed Lucian, so
Thanks.
thought that'd be good enough, but he's not.
I remember when all
Your turret has been destroyed.
Wow,
I did what I could.
that was shit. I hate playing this champion. Literally because of this. Because I'm a tank and I do nothing.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I will.
Has been destroyed.
Good job. Let's take this. Let's take this.
Good damage.
Yeah, yeah. But I think it's not that noticeable. Not that much of the because of the champions you're used to play. But Ornn does a shit ton of damage. Even as a support, you can 1v2 the enemy bot lane when you have enough items, enough armor items. Just saying.
Can you go? Oh no, yeah. I was like, can you go over walls with Ornn's E? And then I remembered the fucking just hits the walls.
Then come grab it. I'm again in need of your financial support.
My what? what now? Support?
Financial. This one's for you.
I was waiting for the ulti, man. That was a 5-man knockup. I was really hoping Yasuo was still alive. But alas, he was not.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oh, they're just gonna go for this. That's fair enough. It's only her. Ah.
Why does he always does that? I don't understand. I'm so sorry.
An enemy has been
Yeah, she flashed over here. We just need to like win a big team fight. It's kind of hard because Shen.
Then don't win a team fight. Go for picks. Change your whole strategy. Like, catch one out, kill him, back off. Because then that would give you, like, depending how far into the game, like 30, 40 seconds to just go for objectives or split, one person split, show you how that presence is a dead enemy.
Can you come with me, please?
Yes.
I got one.
But yeah, if you guys talk to Flan about moving up, he'll probably be more likely to.
No,
Even though
I've
by
literally,
fate.
I've literally been asking for like.
Yeah, from what he said in Rocket Preschool, his proud position is, if you are determined to move up to the Plat League, I need you to be higher on the ladder. I'm not taking silver players into a Plat League regardless of where you finished last season. He said if you want to move up, he needs result.
Okay.
I don't have enough.
Yes, you do.
Fucking shit.
Nah, popping off. I mean everything. It's well, ooh, just play OC. Bada bing, bada boom.
Literally, it's hard.
Like just like occasionally playing OC in between league matches would give you that like hand warm up with like mouth movement. Because a lot of side steps are like whether or not you like pick the left or right. Oh no. Like not even like putting it to move that far. They're like images.
Even if I got a pick on Lotion, nobody took my lantern.
Tough game. Lucian does a lot of damage.
I shouldn't have
This is
going for
Fortune
that
3.
since nobody. Yeah.
There's literally nothing I could do about Diana and Shen running you down. Like, Diana just runs on you, and like,
Which is why tanks are ass. Because a lot of them have like one ability. If they miss, they're done. Pretty much. Or they're slow and they can't like. ADC just got around them. Bruisers go through their shield. Their shield and armor.
no, I didn't
Mages still burst through them anyway. Honestly, tanks. Shishin's got a point. As much as he complains. Like, Soraka top is the counter to, like, melee matchups. Because you can just play safe, like, instant proc your Q, because the closer it is, the quicker.
Alright, I think I'm done with that.
Yo, Soraka top, pull on Titan?
I'm not playing that.
Why not? It's busted. What do you mean?
Not happening.
Why not?
It's not happening.
I'll do it. Fuck it.
Actually trolling.
No. Oh, is that Dark Souls? Bro, is that Dark Souls?
Dude, it's Dark Souls.
That's Dark Souls. Dang. That's crazy.
I remember when I was playing this game, I had literally like my whole friends list watching me beat the last boss because I was the first one there.
The only Dark Souls game I've actually played to completion to go to game is Dark Souls 3.
Oh yeah.
I think Dark Souls 1, I just ended up I stopped playing because I think I went back to playing Destiny. I never came back to it. Dark Souls 3, I got on my computer, played with friends, and not gonna lie, partway through, my friend gave me like hacked in a bunch of giant souls or whatever, and then gave them to me, and I was like PvP rank. So kind of cheated. What? Yeah, let me get some water.
I have to remember how to lock onto targets in this game because all the controls are in like Xbox controller.
Ignorant thralls.
I mean, From Software games are like made for controller anyway, so
Yeah, I know.
like people actually play Dark Souls with the mouse and keyboard, and it bugs me.
I played Dark Souls with keyboard.
You're a horrible person.
You're a horrible person.
The games do not function with mouse and keyboard.
It does though. I was
Wrong.
PvP. I win PvP all the time.
Winning PvP is whether your weapon one-shots the other person or not. Shut up.
Not even, dude.
Yes, even.
Dude, you great swords them and it takes 2 hits.
Depending on what's strong, you just fucking miracle them into fucking submission. Lightning bolt, gone.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like Monster Hunter World. I can't play with mouse and keyboard. Like, the camera has this, like, smoothing thing to it that's basically made for a controller that doesn't turn off if you don't
That was
Fortune
easy.
doesn't favor fools.
Alright, boss man. Come at me.
Have gender pay parity.
See if I can beat the
Heal,
boss.
please. Do you have heal? Thank you.
See if I can beat the first boss by just deflecting his ass.
I mean, either way, you cut your arm off, so
Yeah, right.
it's like, yeah, we're gonna let you beat him, but you know, like, fuck it, he back.
Alright, fight me, dude. Fucking, I don't even remember what this guy's name is. It's probably like Kenichiro Sama or something.
Network disconnected. And restarting. Wait, League of Legends is okay. Reconnect. There it is.
Oh, this dead. I sucked at that fight. Holy shit! I didn't even get one health bar off of him.
Step 2.
I'm going for a hook.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, that's what it was again. Alright.
Feeling about this. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
Oh, why did you do that? It's already.
I know what I'm doing. Don't get cocky.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I'm going to do. Because it's a fucking shake up.
You've got dangerous eyes. I like that.
this one.
Sure you can handle me, summoner?
Can I take it?
Not a problem.
What's the fuck?
Step two.
Oh my god, I'm just dead. Shut up.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Can you like ward this bush whenever you
First
have the range to do it? Thanks.
I know what I'm doing.
An enemy has been slain.
Do you remember when Shaco's boxes were single target? I do. He's right now. Don't push too hard, please. Don't push too hard.
God damn it.
Set sail.
The target exists for this game.
Don't take it, Connor. Okay, he's not here.
An enemy has been slain.
Don't get cocky.
Do you know what I would like? That you can even hit Shaco's boxes when they are invisible. That will be fucking amazing.
Sure you can handle me, summoner? Not a problem.
He's not doing anything to solve us up. This is a problem.
Step 2.
Wow, imagine if that hit. I'm gonna take that cannon if you don't mind. Shaco's prepping the bushes. Winning. Hit right here. Going. 3, 2, 1. No.
You're
If I
fucking
got a,
kidding.
if I got a little more CDR. I don't have charges. Take it. Take it
An
yourself.
enemy has been slain.
That didn't work. The charge didn't come in time. We can take a plate and then we come back. Just this plate and then we back.
I've got a good feeling about this. I know what I'm doing.
Ally has been slain. Shut down.
Nice bait, Diggy. Can I take that mini and the cannon, please? I'm just like slow pushing. Don't worry, I'll take it. I'll take them. 1. And then I'll take the cannon.
Set sail.
I'm gonna take. We should take the wave a little.
An enemy has been slain.
And let it freeze.
Don't get cocky.
An ally has been slain.
Okay.
You've got dangerous eyes.
I'm going in. He has no E. He has no E. I couldn't. He's my. Okay, he had his E. No, good one. Go back. He had his E now. What? TP? I'm sorry. Yeah, no, she can't. She can't.
Brain hole. Sure you can handle me, summoner?
He's not dead? Whoa.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Use your R here, brother? No. It's stupid, but not so much.
Shut down.
Step 2. I've got a good feeling about this.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Set sail.
Sorry.
Don't get cocky.
An enemy has been slain.
Dangerous sounds. I like that.
Double kill. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Sure you can handle me, Summoner.
Destroyed a turret. An inhibitor.
That was a nice ult again. That was really clean.
Not a problem.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, I saw them.
An ally has been slain.
That fight was a lot easier the second time.
I mean, I guess so. I guess so, because you have the experience.
I've got a good feeling about
You need
this.
at least once.
I remember dying to that guy at least like 8 times.
That's why I say at least once.
An ally has been slain.
There's not much I can do.
I know what I'm doing.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, that was.
Sam.
Shh! It was lucky. Shh, cállate.
Don't get cocky.
What the fuck is wrong with that set?
Oh no.
Sure you can handle me?
Oh shit. Let's just go back and some backwards.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Careful, Digi, you're alone. Elias is going, careful. Shaco is probably. What?
Not a problem.
Has been slain. Your ally has been slain. Double kill.
Hey, it worked somehow. Okay, for the very safe. You're smurfing, what the fuck? I'm gonna be wherever Mark because he has the Baron buff. Just saying. Ooh, he didn't kill me, thank you. Oh wait, it was a real one. Okay, this was my last one. I'm so glad we still got the Nautilus Misfortune combo. I still have hands, probably. I don't know. I'm not that good, to be honest. Perfect build is almost gold 1, and I'm here on gold 3 doing nothing. I need to play better. I need to be better. I need to play better this. Yeah, you probably could. But anyway, I'm leaving now. I'm gonna be alone with my grief. Night night. Take care, Mike. You too.
Today's video is about our tier list for patch 10.3. We're gonna go over every single role and one champion from each category so you guys get a good feeling about who's strong and who isn't. So make sure you smash that like button, destroy the sub button, and let's jump right in. First things first, how are we organizing the tier list? We heard your feedback from last time, and we're switching things up a little bit. Instead of doing two separate ones, we're just gonna do one tier list, and we're gonna organize champions so that the further you go down a specific tier, the more difficult they become. This way, there's at least just a little bit of leeway for us to move things around and make it reasonable for everybody. With that out of the way, let's jump right into the mid lane. Our feature here from the broken tier is Diana. Diana received some very small nerfs. She got an adjustment to her mana, and her W does 12 less damage. Yeah, not really much of a nerf. Considering that she was the third highest win rate mid laner and the third highest pick rate mid laner, you shouldn't expect to see anything different this time around. With Diana as our broken tier highlight though, you gotta think about what's going to be strong against her and the other AP assassin who's broken right now, Fizz. In response to that, Kassadin is still a very strong champion, and he is our S tier highlight. Kassadin scales so incredibly well and has a ton of tools to deal with high magic damage opponents. From passive magic resistance to magic resist shields and high mobility, he's got everything that you could need. So he's just a natural pick when champions like Diana and Fizz are strong. On top of that, Echo, Vladimir, and Katarina are some of the other mid laners who are very strong right now, so it's no surprise that somebody who's so anti-AP assassin is strong. It's important to remember that Kassadin is basically a ticking time bomb. Once a Kassadin hits level 16, the enemy's team's job just becomes so much more difficult. His mobility is insane and his damage skyrockets. But that's why you'll see that a lot of the champions in the A tier have pretty reliable CC. Most of the very top tier mid laners are assassin types right now, and that's why champions who have good CC can excel against them, because if you manage to control them and not allow them to do their burst damage, then they're not going to have a good time. Our highlight here is actually Pantheon. Pantheon's a bit of a sleeper pick. A lot of people don't realize how powerful he really is. With the ability that he has on his E, being able to ignore all damage coming from a certain direction, he is naturally good against all of the strong assassins, and the people who are weak early on in lane are easily abused by his strong early laning presence. Seriously, if you see an AP assassin pick mid lane, or even an AD assassin, you might want to try picking Pantheon into it. He's relatively simple and not that difficult to play, and once you get the hang of him, you'll be doing just fine. As we slide on into the B tier, you'll notice that there's a couple champions who do have CC, and some of them also do have damage, but the problem with the champions in B tier is that they're just either unreliable or immobile. This naturally makes them weak towards the top tier assassins, and they don't quite make the cut of the other tiers because they just don't have the tools to deal with those champions who are a bit above them right now. Our highlight for the B tier is Zoe. She does a lot of damage and has decent CC. Her problem is that she's relatively immobile unless she has summoner spells to use or manages to pick up items and summoner spells from her enemies. Because this is a conditional situation, it makes it tough for her to be reliable and even harder to play. But just like the rest of the champions in B tier, if you've got the mechanics to make up for it, these champions will do just fine. Taking a step down into C tier, you might see some champions who have similar weaknesses. The weaknesses here are basically just exaggerated ones of those in the B tier. You're looking at champions who are really inconsistent like Ziggs, or champions who have a rough time dealing with a lot of meta picks right now like Cho'Gath or Karma. But our highlight here is Galio. Galio actually recently got buffs and he might have some potential. It's hard to say how much it's going to change though. He does pretty well into assassins as he's a naturally tanky champion and he is getting a little bit more damage, but will that be enough for him to actually be worth playing? If he was already really good into those types of assassins, wouldn't he be in a higher tier? But he just hasn't been performing like that, so it's hard to move him up at all. Now we finally made it to D tier, and you guys already know exactly who I'm going to talk about. You know what, actually, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to show you this picture. That is all you need to know. That is the highlight champion for D tier. She's gone. If you happen to pick that thing in your games, just know that that is why Riot created the report button. But hopefully you take my advice and you don't pick it. Maybe you're looking for a different champion to play, or you feel like you're just missing something that isn't allowing you to win your games. You should absolutely go check out our website, GameLeap.com. We have tons and tons of guides, everything from the basics all the way down to the champion specific guides that get right into everything that you need to know about the best champions right now. Everything that we have up there is made by Challenger. Damage, really good time, no exception. Everybody specific, the whole element. We're gonna look at mid Sadly, the very broken tier has not changed since last patch, and that's pretty lame to see. Despite the nerfs to both Senna and Misfortune, they are heavily outperforming other AD carries right now, and that's not really going to change. The nerfs that they got don't really impact them at their strongest points, it's about making them weaker when they are actually weak, and that's not enough to justify them being picked less because supports can make up for this difference. The broken tier highlight is gonna be Senna. It's just ridiculous when she can auto attack you from like 1,000 range and crit you for half of your health. It's pretty absurd. Why does this champion still exist? And why does she still heal for like half her health bar? What is pretty cool though is that every other tier is pretty much seeing changes all around the board. Vayne is actually an S tier AD carry right now, and she's gonna be our S tier highlight. With all these meta shifts all around the lanes in terms of jungle and top, and even mid lane with the assassins, Vayne is actually pretty effective at dealing with a lot of them. Her stealth is invaluable against a lot of targets who don't have any form of true sight and usually won't buy sweepers. On top of that, she excels into the big tanks like Ornn or even Set with her extensive true damage. Stepping into A tier, you might have also noticed that Ezreal has jumped up a couple tiers. The attack speed buff to him is actually quite significant and impacts him at all points of the game. And with us seeing a shift more towards AD builds, then the attack speed is even more impactful at that point. Moving on into B tier, we've actually moved Draven up here, and not because he necessarily got any buffs or changes, but because of the support changes and how they're impacting him. Draven doesn't do all that well into really heavy tanks who he can't do damage to in the early game, but because enchanter supports are becoming more common and they're getting more powerful in terms of how they can support him, Draven is actually doing pretty okay right now. Beyond that, stepping into C tier, you're looking at Heimerdinger, Kai'Sa, and Xayah, and specifically we're looking at Kai'Sa here. Really, Kai'Sa's not that bad, but what lands her in C tier is that she's so insanely difficult to play right now. There is a lot of lockdown and a lot of hidden healing and shields around all over the place. Not to mention that the early game is incredibly important right now, so Kai'Sa usually doesn't get a chance to scale and get those items to melt those tanks. Basically, she's going to require a lot more effort than you'd want to put in. And lastly, the D tier of the AD carries. Let's talk about Kalista briefly. Now honestly, the champion does a good amount of damage, but what really just makes her impossible to play is that every single champion in the bot lane seems to have a slow of some kind, or even worse than that, a stun. Kalista's attack speed is directly tied to her speed during her hop, and if she's slowed by 50% and it takes her 2 seconds to move 2 feet because for some reason she decided that she wanted to be fancy and jump everywhere, then you're just not gonna do any damage no matter what. If you can tell me how Kalista in any universe beats a Senna with Glacial Augment, by all means, let me know in the comments. Alright, now we finally got the supports, our last class of champions to talk about. Our broken tier highlight is Yuumi. She got a ton of buffs and changes in this patch, and she's gonna be really strong. Yes, technically the lane is still risky in the early game, but once you get to like level 6, you're gonna be hard pressed to find a tank who can actually kill somebody that Yuumi is defending, and even before then, with her bringing double defensive summoner spells, good luck with that. And once she starts scaling, getting ranks in her queue, doing percentage current health damage, and more damage, and healing more, and being harder to catch, well, there you go. Moving down into S tier, and away from that absolute abomination of a feline, we're going to be looking at Nami. Now Nami's been a bit strong for quite some time now, but she seems to be doing even better as every patch goes on. She's not quite broken tier, but she's actually really good. She's got some good damage, she's got good CC, she's got good healing, so she's actually like a blend of all 3 different types of supports, even though she's really just an enchanter. And she can also combo with AP champions really well ever since the change to her E. Moving into A tier, we're going to be highlighting Swain. Swain is a champion who is really associated with solo lanes. He's one of those scaling mages, right? Well, if you're going the build that we mentioned, that scale who's kind of underestimated these days. But just because he's B tier doesn't mean he's bad tier. He's got pretty good engage, a ton of peel, a little bit of poke, some healing, so a pretty good amount of everything overall. The thing is, Rakan is weak to CC, and with CC being at an absolute premium right now, with Nautilus, Leona, and other champions like that being really good, he kinda struggles, because he's just gonna die before he can really move around the fight and dance around his enemies. Rakan's also really good at setting up a lot of wombo combos, so he has a ton of potential there too. Moving into C tier, let's talk about Vel'Koz support. Now this champion might seem a little lackluster at first, and it's really because he's so hard to play. Your Q is basically 2 skill shots in one, your W is also a skill shot, your E is a skill shot, and your R is like kinda a skill shot, I guess? So you can easily miss everything, and even if you land everything, it might not be enough. But once you get some items in the pocket, oh man, Vel'Koz can really tear up some people, especially if the enemy team is like trying to do Dragon or Baron, and you're over the wall, just launch everything you have into the pit and burn all their health bars. But again, the problem is that you gotta get to that point, and Vel'Koz really struggles there. And lastly, you might be noticing that our D tier support is all by himself. If you're thinking about picking Tahm Kench, do yourself a favor and think about somebody else. Because unless you're a professional level support player, Tahm Kench is just not gonna have that much of an impact. You are probably better off picking literally any other champion. And if you're unsure who to pick, then I highly recommend that you go check out our website GameLeap.com. We have tons of champion guides up there to help you learn who you want to play and perfect them. And we've also got other kinds of guides on basic skills and lane specific skills to help you play at your best. Everything that we have is made by challenger level players, and we're always looking to make more and better content so that you guys can play at your absolute A game. If you made it this far, thanks for watching the whole video. What do you guys think of the list? We made a couple of improvements and adjustments, and I hope it does better for you guys here. Anyways, as always, my name is Ace Windstorm, and I will see you all later. And that sort of thing. See, she's got good healing, so she's actually like a highlighting.
I know. This is somebody. I'm following breadcrumbs laid out for me. This is somebody's game. And I can't stop playing. A game everybody else has lost. I know how to move that wall, Clara. So long as I don't run out of confessions. But what I really want to know is, who's been playing about with the stars? They're all in the wrong places. For this time zone anyway. No, I didn't time travel to get here. I can feel time travel. I didn't know better. I'd say I've traveled 7,000 years into the future. But I do know better. So move the stars. The hybrid. Long before the Time War, the Time Lords knew it was coming, like a storm on the wind. There were many prophecies and stories, legends before the fact. One of them was about a creature called the Hybrid. Half Dalek, half Time Lord, the ultimate warrior. But whose side would it be on? Would it bring peace or destruction? Was it real or a fantasy? I confess, I know the Hybrid is real. I know where it is and what it is. I confess, I'm afraid. last square on the board. What else would it be? The TARDIS. One confession away. It's platinum. 400 times harder than diamond. 20 feet thick. The way out. Don't forget to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
Dude, I'm so nervous. Oh. Dude, why? They're escorts. We're paying them to like us. All right, they're here. Let them in. Okay. Yeah.
Well, hello. We're dates from Elegant Evenings.
May we come in?
Well, yes, of course.
Thank
Come in.
you.
Executive suite, impressive. You two must do well for yourselves.
Or their daddies do.
A little bit of both, I suppose.
Nice to meet you. What's your name, Daniel?
Yeah.
I'm Melanie. Don't forget to breathe,
Thank
sweetie.
you.
So that makes you tired. I hope you like what you see.
Oh, I love what I see. You're even sexier than your picture on the website.
Yeah. Listen, we've never actually done this before, so, like, what do we do first?
Well, first we have a little chat. As you know, Elegant Evenings provides high-class ladies. As such, there are some rules. First, kissing. I will kiss, but only with this amount of tongue.
Oh, is your tongue out?
Yes.
And I allow kissing with full tongue, but only on the cheek.
All right, good to know. Good to know.
So, what now?
We're not done. Daniel, certain laundry detergents cause me to break out into an itchy, raised rash, and so you will have to strip all the sheets off the bed, and then we'll enjoy each other's company on the bare mattress.
Just a bare hotel mattress. Isn't that a little gross?
It's not nearly as gross as the rash, Daniel.
And Todd, we need to come up with a safe word.
Oh, I think I can handle it. I don't need a safe word.
Yeah, you do. I'm a powerful woman, understand? I mean, stand up.
Okay.
Just look at our size difference. I'm gonna ragdoll you, man. It's gonna be like a sneaker in a dryer. Ka-dunk, 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 ka-dunk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's pick a safe word.
Good. Our safe word is I'm scared, please stop.
Okay. Question. What if I want to role play?
That's fine, but I can only role play Stewie from the Family Guy.
Stewie from Family Guy is my only option?
Yeah, it's the only voice I can do, but I'm really good at it. Hello, Brian. Look at all these imbeciles. What do you think? You want some Stewie tonight?
Yeah, let's play it by ear.
Yeah.
And Daniel, if you want to role play, I only do Patty Pendergast.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, she's an original character. She's a clumsy maid, and she has a catchphrase. Oopsie doopsie, I muffed it up again.
That's really creative.
Todd, I need to separate business from personal. So tonight, I will be wearing these Lindsey Von Oakley Alpines.
Okay. You're gonna wear those the entire time?
Yes, sir. The clothes come off, these come on.
And Daniel, I have a vitamin D depletion disorder. I require an extreme sort of amount of milk on a daily basis. So while we're being intimate, I will take several sudden milk breaks. I'm telling you this now so that you're not scared, because I will scream something like, "Get off me, you douche, I need milk." and I will sort of consume milk frantically.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, do you ladies mind if we just talked for a second?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Excellent. Thank you.
Dude, I wish some of this stuff had been on the website.
Yeah, I mean, for $5,000 each, I just kind of wish it said, like, only role plays as Stewie and is kind of bad at the voice.
Right. Or will stop sex to chug milk. I mean, are you still into this?
Housekeeping! Patty Pendergast at your service.
Oh, man, that is so not a turn on.
Oopsie doopsie, I muffed it up again.
Brian, do you want Stewie to put this on now or later?
Well, it'll make a good story.
Yeah, all right. Let's lose our virginities.
Boom.
Well, hello, Monroe. Deposit?
Yes, ma'am.
How's the clock business?
The hands of time put pennies in the pocket. It's an ancient Chinese proverb.
Get out! Get out! On the floor! Everybody down! You! Come here, sweetheart.
Don't move! Stay down!
Down on the floor! I said get on the floor! Come on, get everything! Come on, grab the bags, let's go! Time's up! Let's go, let's go! Come on, wrap it up! Come on, let's get out of here!
Stay down!
Everybody stay down! Keep your heads down!
Go! Get down!
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you, huh?
That was insane.
Too damn easy.
Shut the hell up and stay down so I can see. You see this? Hey, it's the baby.
Okay, there were 3 robbers, heavily armed, came in shooting. They were all wearing some kind of animal masks.
Surveillance cameras?
Yeah, securing them as we speak.
On the row?
Thanks. I am glad you guys got the call.
We got this. You were here?
Smack dab in the middle. This is bad. We gotta find those guys, like, right now. Those masks they were wearing were not masks. They were full-on voked when they blew in here.
You're telling us everyone in the bank could see them?
Yeah, they were doing it on purpose.
What were they?
One was a Scallengek, and the other 2 were Blutbaden, which, personally, I take great offense at.
So they obviously knew what they were doing.
Oh, dude, it is way bigger than that.
Bigger than robbing a bank in the middle of the day?
Yeah. They broke the Gesetzbuch Ehrenkodex.
The what?
The Gesetzbuch Ehrenkodex. It's also known as the Code of Schwaben. It is the most important law of honor that we have. I mean, you break the code, you put all of Essen in danger. There was a huge meeting like 400 years ago. Representatives had to come from all corners of the known Earth. Look, this is a huge Grimm thing, too. You've probably got something about this in your trailer.
Here's something. Looks like it dates from the Council of Wallenstadt in 1521. It's in German.
Yeah, it says right here. It establishes guidelines to ensure the safety and well-being of the Wesen community. Bottom line, very bad things happen when Wesen reveal themselves in order to take advantage of normal folk. The great witch hunts of the 16th and 17th century? You think those were witches they were burning? Bunch of knuckleheads like in the bank today got that ball rolling back then, and for 300 years there was hell to pay. And if you think that can't happen again here today, think again.
The fact that these guys were Wesen when they robbed the bank is gonna make it impossible to find them. No prints, nobody to ID them?
Hello, except me.
Yeah, and your testimony about 2 Blutbaden and a Scallengek should go over really well with the jury.
All right, so how do we find them?
The way they hid the bank I get the feeling this wasn't their first costume party.
Okay, let's see if we can find any recent cases where masks were used.
When this gets out, it is going to spread fast, and a lot of Vessin are going to freak. And when you get the Vessin community freaked, somebody is going to know somebody who knows somebody who knows something. So, I'm going to start asking.
That was it?
No. That's it.
Nick! This is crazy. What have you done? We have to do something. What is happening? Nick? Nick, please hold on. Please. Come on.
It's part of the process he has to go through.
What process? I don't understand any of this.
Juliet, he's going to be okay.
He doesn't look okay. We have to call 911.
They can't help him.
This is crazy. You're all crazy.
It's the only way to stop what's going on between you and him. You didn't explain to her what we have to do here?
I'm gonna explain something I don't fully understand.
I'm calling an ambulance.
Monroe. No, you can't do that, Juliet. Listen, you know I'm Nick's friend, right? And I would never do anything to hurt him. He asked you here for a reason. Nick is doing this for you.
I don't understand why he has to go through this for me.
I know. A lot of this, we're never going to fully be able to explain.
Tell me the part that you can't explain.
Remember that cat that
Oh
scratched?
my God, I don't want to hear anything else about the cat. If anybody else tries to blame all of this on the cat, my head is going to explode.
You know what he's going through?
Yeah.
How long did it take to come out of it?
I don't know. I didn't even know where it was until I woke up. You know how you have feelings for Captain Renard and you can't explain where they came from? Like you just woke up one day and you were crazy about a person you barely knew? Is that about right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of things in the human body, hormonal and chemical, that can trigger these inexplicable emotional nuclear meltdowns. And what we're dealing with is sort of a pheromone gone wild fiasco. All we're attempting to do is to reverse the pheromoniacal behavior before something even worse happens.
Okay, he's coming out of it. Nick. Nick, can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Don't get up too fast.
Thirsty.
Okay, great. So that's it. What?
There's one more thing the two of you have to do. Come with me.
And there's one more thing you have to do, too. Probably best if they don't know about this part.
Wish I didn't know about this part either.
Monroe, almost ready. You got that last ingredient?
Yep, just getting it now.
What is that?
Just a flavoring to cut the bitterness.
We just get this over with.
This better work.
Now what?
Hopefully, this will eradicate the intense desire you two have for one another and put you back in a more normal and even emotional state. But we'll have to wait and see.
Well, I'm not waiting here. I'm going home. Alone.
Well, I think the alone was a step in the right direction.
I'm gonna make sure she stays alone.
Well, it's the second week of LCS 2020 with coverage brought to you by Alien, where I'm joined right now by Sven from C9 to discuss how things are going. I actually made a mistake earlier. I started to ask Biofrost what it was like laning with you because I forgot for 5 seconds that you were on TSM. Or sorry, you weren't on TSM. It's been an interesting week for me. Either way, I thought it was quite funny though. I caught myself and then we edited it, and now I've exposed myself in this interview with you.
Okay, that's fine.
Either way, so you guys are 4-0, the only team right now that's 4-0. What do you think has led you guys to so much success so quickly?
I think a combination of us having the best off-season practice. Me and Vulcan, the new guys, had a lot of solo queue in Korea. A lot of we're playing our solo queue to build synergy for the team since we're the new guys. And the other three have already 1 year or 2 years together. So good practice, and then a month in Korea, or 3 weeks in Korea as a team with scrims. Not the best teams, but still okay. And then I think our teams are kind of weak right now. Like TL doesn't have Broxa here yet. Immortals didn't even scrim for like more than a week. Some teams didn't bootcamp at the right time, in my opinion. So we're looking good because we have a good read on the meta. Both like the champions of what to pick, but also how to play in the game. We have good Dragon and Herald control. So I like what we're doing so far.
How do you think you can maintain this through the whole split, or are you kind of like, okay, at some point in time, these other teams are going to catch up?
I think today we got a little cocky against one of these. I always played ball in and took one more wave, and it meant that one of these got the Herald without a fight. Actually, they just got away with it for free. which was bad. And I think Blabber had some moments where he ran it down a little bit. He knows that too. But overall, our macro is really good right now. So I think we can keep this going, and we'll probably be fine. But at some point, I think our teams will catch up once Brox arrives at some point, hopefully. And TSM is also good in my opinion. And Dig and FlyQuest look pretty good actually. For my scrims and FlyQuest, they're the best team we scrimmed.
FlyQuest is?
Yeah, we haven't scrimmed Dignitas yet, so there's that, I guess. But yeah, Fly is looking good so far in scrims.
Yeah, are you surprised to see Fly and Dig doing so well? Because I feel like they were not anticipated to be doing nearly as well as they have been. Obviously, Fly lost today, but
yeah, I had Fly and Dignitas like 5th, 6th-ish, and I had like TL, TSM, C9 top 3. So I was surprised, yeah. But I think there's some good players on those teams, so I can see why they're winning.
What's going on with your beard? Is this a new thing?
I don't know. I'm just letting it be. Sometimes I'm like, I'm like looking at the camera. I'm like,
I feel like this is the rebrand. Like you're leaving TSM. You're now on C9. You can just this new look, right?
I mean, I don't know. Like some people tell me, "Oh, it looks awful, dude." I'm like, "Okay, thanks." And some guys like, "Oh, it looks pretty good, dude." I'm like, I don't know, man.
Peter did everything he could to get me to shave my beard as it was coming in. Like everything I read online is everyone will tell you to shave, and it looks bad. You just have to hard commit, like past everybody saying that, and then eventually they all switch their mind to like, actually, this is way better.
The problem I have right now is that this face, like the 2-week beard, doesn't look good in my opinion. Mine at least, right? I don't feel like it looks that good right now. But like the 1-week beard looks pretty nice. So I'm like, where do I go? And then if I commit for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks maybe, and it looks bad, I'm like, fuck, dude, I wasted so much time.
No, but you won't waste because then you'll know.
Okay,
like so, like you do the 4 to 5, and then if it doesn't work, that's fine. But you should definitely try to go as long as you can and see how it works because everybody's going to tell you not to do it. Regardless, so you guys are 4-0. Do you think Dig won't be able to maintain? Like, well, do you think they'll go 4-0?
I think we met some resistance today against one of the teams, but Diggs has also the win yesterday against TL. It was right. Looked really like it was a knife edge the whole game.